Righty, Tighty, Lefty, Loosey. In the springtime on the island of Sodor, the trains on the tracks are really useful. They pull passengers and freight. Sir Topham Hatt's engines like to be really useful every day while they get their work done. One day, a new engine arrived on Sodor. It was really quiet. And no one knew why. As it came through the junction, and she didn't want to be shy. Stafford was delivering empty freight cars into the yard. He was excited. "I'm Stafford. Who are you?" "My name is Quinn," said the locomotive. "And I'm Jaden," said the brake van. "Pleased to meet you," said Stafford. "I'm an electric engine. Are you a steam engine?" "No, Stafford, I'm an electric engine." A few minutes later, Quinn was having her batteries charged when Sir Topham Hatt came to see her. "Welcome to Sodor, Quinn," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I would like you to collect a freight train and bring it to Vickerstown," Sir Topham Hatt said. "Yes, sir," said Quinn. "I'd love to do that." Before long, Quinn's battery was fully charged, and she steamed away. Quinn soon arrived in the shunting yard at St. Nicholas. She buffered up to 95 cars. "Who's pulling a big goods train today?" laughed Scruffy. "That engine's called Quinn," said Chexley. Then she had an idea. "Now that we're all here," she said, "we're all having morning meeting, and we're gonna sing 'If You're Happy and You Know It.' Does everyone love that?" All the freight cars cheered. "Here we go," said Scruffy. "If you're happy and you know..." Ready? "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and the trains just want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and the trains just want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet." Then came the next verse. "If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and the trains just want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray!" When the song was over, Conroy steamed over. He smiled. "That was a nice 'If You're Happy and You Know It' song," said Conroy. "I know Thomas the Tank Engine." "Oh, you do?" said Quinn. "That's a nice show, of course." Then came something. "If they sang 'If You're Happy and You Know It' on Thomas, wouldn't that be silly?" "Yes, as a matter of fact, it would be very silly," said Quinn. And she steamed out of the yard. She was very excited for her first day. I know a lot about batteries, she said. Because it would be very silly if they sang If You're Happy and You Know It on Thomas the Train. She laughed and laughed all the way out of the yard. The troublesome trucks laughed. Meanwhile, Vivian was on her way to Knapford with the express. The If You're Happy and You Know It Thomas the Train song is 18 hours long, Vivian, said Conroy. Vivian was surprised. That is really long for a song, my dear, she said. I would never listen to a song that long. Meanwhile, Quinn was working on the northeast corridor. She looked up at the electrical wires. I wish I had a pantograph, Quinn said, but my sister Dwee doesn't. She's a steam engine. And she steamed along very nicely. What? Make sure to go slowly and carefully, called Jaden. Don't have an accident. A few minutes later, Quinn came into the big city. She was going very fast. Goods train coming through, she said. My transformer is important to me. Then there was trouble. An evil engine called Poison COVID was making red steam. She was very cross. Looks like some engines would catch coronavirus if I were you, she said. Meanwhile, Quinn was enjoying herself with her train. It was really long with 95 cars. The cars were waiting at the crossing for the train to go by until it was on the other side. Then there was trouble. Quinn saw a petrifying sight coming towards her. Looks like COVID has to end now. Poison COVID's driver applied the emergency brakes. And Quinn skidded along the rails. And then it was too late! Everyone evacuate, evacuate, called the town manager. There's been a head-on collision. And then fire erupted. Everyone went under the ground. Everyone hid in their basements to avoid being hit by the debris and the falling trash. The fire exploded, and it was an emergency. When the fire was out, Toby could not believe it. Luckily, no one was hurt. But both trains had smashed head-on into each other like two charging rams. My buffers are broken, said Quinn. That engine's beyond repair, said Becky. I am, said poison COVID, and she was beyond repair. She was just... I think poison COVID's beyond repair. She is beyond repair, said Becky. We can't repair her, said Dwee. She's really broken, said Lauren. She is, said Sam. A few minutes later, Percy was delivering the new batteries for Quinn. They were rechargeable. What happened here, Toby? Asked Percy. Looks like there's been a head-on collision, said Toby. Quinn might stay in Tidmouth Sheds with us, James said. I think the Beyond Repair engine COVID will too. No, they won't, Toby said. Poison COVID's not allowed to get repaired. She's broken and beyond repair. Percy was unamused. She is beyond repair, he said. Quinn might link up with us soon, said Becky, and that'll be great. Not until after Christmas, Percy said crossly. A few minutes later, Becky, Dwee, Lauren, and Sam pulled with all their might, and at last they pulled Quinn back onto the tracks. And she was safe. Thank you, my friends. That was really helpful of you. Shh. That night, Thomas told Quinn all about everything. That runaway chorus was funny, he said. It was, said Quinn. If only you had ditch lights, laughed the four engines. And everyone was proud.